Chapter 4, Episode 3 is all about ions. So here we have an atom. This one is composed of 3 protons, this greens, then we have 3 electrons, and then we have neutrons, we have 4. So right now this one is neutral because again we have positive 3 coming from the protons and then negative 3 coming from the electrons. Again, protons are positive, electrons are negative. If we add these charges, we have 0 or neutral. Now, what do you think will happen if this atom will lose an electron? So in this case, from tatlo naging dalawang electrons na lang. Let's count these again. So here we have 3 protons, the same number of protons. Then from 3 naging dalawang electrons na lang. So dalawang electrons, then here we have the same number of neutrons. On this case again, protons are positive. This means positive 3. We have 2 electrons, it means negative 2. So right now we have unequal number of protons, electrons. So we don't have equal number of the protons and electrons. And if we add this one, we have a charge of positive 1. So right now it's not neutral. It is now positively charged. And on this case, we now call this particle as an ion. So an ion is an atom with a charge. Again, on this case, the charge is positive 1. Now, an ion can be a cation or an anion. A cation is a positive ion, meanwhile, an anion is a negative ion. On this case, the charge is positive 1, so this one is a cation. Now next, let's write the symbol for this one. Let's start by identifying the element, and here we can see that we have 3 protons. Again, it means atomic number 3, and if you check your table of elements, that will give you atomic number 3 is lithium. Now again, for this part, we write the atomic number 3, and then above we write the mass number. Again, the mass is equal to the protons plus the neutrons, 3 plus 4, and so we have 7. And then since we have the charge over here, we put the charge on the upper right corner. So here the charge is positive 1. And the system, by the way, you write first the number, then after na yung sign ng, or yung charge. So on this case, we have this one. And also on this case, since the charge is 1, we can remove the 1 from this. We could simplify this as something like this. Again, pagka 1 yung charge, we can remove the 1 from the symbol. So this is the symbol for this element. Next, how about this one? Here we have 6 protons in the nucleus. We also have 6 electrons. And then we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 neutrons. Let's write the conventional symbol for this one. So we have 6 protons. It means atomic number 6. And table of elements will give you, this one is carbon. On this case, the mass is, we have 6 plus 6, so we have 12. And on this case, we have equal number of protons, electrons. It means positive 6, then negative 6 is equal to 0. Now, pag neutral or 0, you don't need to write anything here on the upper right corner. So, empty, it means this one is neutral. But what will happen if this atom will, okay, this will gain an electron. So what do you think will happen here? So let's count the number of protons, electrons, neutrons again. Again, the same number of protons. We have 6 protons. Then here we have gained dalawang electron. So from 6 plus 2, we now have 8 electrons. And then for the number of neutrons, we have the same number, 6. Now, again, this one is still carbon because it has 6 protons. Again, carbon, atomic number 6. And then the mass is 12. And then for the charge, we need to look on the number of protons and then electrons. Again, 6 protons means positive 6. Positive 6. And then we have 8 electrons means negative 8. If we add this one, so we have, this one is equal to negative 2. And again, pag merong charge, you need to write the charge on the upper right corner. The system is you write first the number, then the charge or the sign will follow. So this is the symbol for this one.